What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JV and we're back again with another Marvel Rivals video. Today we'll be going over an ultimate beginner's guide to get an understanding of how to use one of the best tanks in the entire game, Doctor Strange. And in the majority of my games, I know the big thing is always people love to see when they have an amazing Strange on their team. It definitely makes a huge difference there. So before we hop into it, man, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It's an entirely free thing to do. And if you enjoy content like this, you want to see more like it, please leave a like on the video and then comment down below if there's anything I missed in this guide. And if there's a particular guide you'd like to see in the next one. But without further ado, let's get into it. Doctor Strange is a tank character, as we are well aware. Now, he is definitely one of the better tanks, and it's going to be for a couple of reasons. One, he does have an actual shield that he puts up, which is pretty cool. This shield has a bar that shows pretty much how much damage it can actually absorb. So I have this shield up, it has 800 health, and when you don't have the shield up, it actually shows up on the left side of your screen. Now, this is pretty cool because what you can do with Strange while playing is that you can shield, put it down, shield, put it down, shield, put it down. Now that allows you to tie in to your next ability with this, which is doing your regular hits. So which is my left click. I do the left click like a shield, left click like a shield, and you kind of do that over and over again so you can get free hits in, and then you absorb damage, and you're also protecting your team from taking in massive hits. Now, what is really cool about his shield is the way you can combine it with abilities, just like me just sitting there and firing off my general shot, which I have 8 shots of before the reload happens, which is what I'm showing here. There is a pretty long reload animation there, so just be aware. But as I'm doing this shooting, you can see this bar that fills in the middle. This bar is filling with like this negative evil energy that Strange puts together. And when it maxes out fully like this, you can press your E, and it does kind of like an explosion of all that negative energy into enemies, which is pretty crazy. You can see like the amount of health I just depleted from that bot, and even the bot that was on the right was a nice decent chunk there. And we'll talk about how you kind of like tie that in with some of your other abilities in a second. So when I go to press my left shift button, it's going to make Strange fly in the air, which is pretty cool. And when I do that, there's a timer that comes up. And when I press my space bar and I hold it, it puts him higher in the air. I can actually put my shield up at the same time. So what's really cool is when you do that, that's a good way of either A, you're in the middle of a fight and people are kind of like aiming at you, you're getting fried down a little bit. You can make an exit out of the fight and make everyone have to look up at you, which is kind of crazy. So I go like this, I'm in the air, I'm like this, I'm shooting, being annoying while everyone's shooting at the other team. Or I can say jump up, and if Hela's ulting, for an example, which I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, as a Strange, I can fly up to her and just pop my shield right in front of her. That way she can't get her ult moves off, which is pretty crazy. I mean, you could do the same thing with, say, like an Iron Man. If Iron Man goes to ult, you can fly in front of him, put your shield up, and that will save you. There's a lot of cool things that you can kind of like make happen. But to kind of come back real quick, when you're in the middle of fighting, there's a couple different ways you can do this, right? So like as an example, like I could be sitting here fighting, right? This bar is like going up, I'm spamming the shield in between, I'm in the air, and like I messed it up there, but I could be in the air, I could drop back down with the shield and then hit my E, do the explosion, and then, or maybe somewhere between there, say I didn't jump, and then I can like L shift back out after now just killing, like securing a very important kill. And because I'm able to fly backwards with the shield up or walk backwards with the shield up, I can get back to where my healers are, my support team. This next pretty important ability is going to be your F button, which is putting up a portal, right? So you put up the first, so you press F for the first portal, and then you go and you move over, and you can take the other one and you place it down with a left click, right? And now this portal is out in the open, just like that. It's actually pretty simple to use, and I'll talk about how you can like move them and displace them in certain ways, because you might have already ran into it where, like, let's say that this area here is this is a spawn room, right? And you'll probably know that a lot of Stranges you probably ran into block the spawn rooms. what I can do is I can press F. And when I press F the first time, yep, I press left click to reposition. And now I'm moving this, which is pretty cool. And I can place it, say, right here in front of this. And now I can put the second one and place it right here. Boom. And now when that team tries to come in through the spawn, they can't. It's physically impossible. Now, of course, like this doorway is really huge, but you kind of get my concept there. Like, cause this is kind of the size of what those spawn pathways usually wind up being, which is kind of cool. And there's a lot of different ways you could do it. And there's particular areas where like that works better on other maps, which I'll have another video on. So you have an understanding. For Doctor Strange's ult, his ult is probably one of the, probably in like the top 3, top 5 category in terms of ults in the game. And it definitely is a game changer for holding down point or winning the game in general. Like, you're probably teeing off on this, and it's very important to like not just waste these. So I hit my Q, and the Strange pretty much kicks everybody into their astro forms out of their body, and you can pretty much get free hits in those moments, which is like insane. It's pretty crazy. Now, the one thing to know, of course, is that there's ways you can counter Strange from doing this. You can stop him, like Cloak and Dagger can easily stop him from getting that off. And so can a couple of other like counters. Like, you know, Mantis can put Strange to sleep. Penny can web him and make him stop. So just to give you an idea in terms of some good ways you could do it. So like as an example, you can come through, shift, ult, and they would never even know what was happening because it was totally thrown off because they didn't see you like just walking up to them type of thing. Now, Strange does have an additional ability which he partners up with Hulk, similar to just like how Iron Man has one, where when you press his E, he does kind of like a gamma shot for his E attack, which is like pretty crazy. So let's charge this up a little bit and I'll show you exactly how much damage he does. Boom. Nice little, that's a nice little chunk there, honestly. So it's pretty crazy. I would say in terms of tanks that are most commonly used, I mean, Hulk and Strange are considered like some of the best tanks possible currently, and their team up ability with Hulk and Iron Man is like probably one of the best team ups there is in the game. So I mean, if you're ready, if you have friends that want to go DPS and go Iron Man, and you have another friend that wants to go Hulk, I mean, this could really help out the whole team and make you guys feel so much different while playing. But that's pretty much it for my Doctor Strange guide. If you guys made it all here to the end, I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't remained, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. We have more videos like this coming. If there's a particular guide you'd like to see next or particular gameplay videos, feel free to comment down below and I'll get back to it as fast as I can. Thank you guys so much. GG's. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.